Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials. Grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Roll call, please.
Goodar, Green, LaFour,
Here.
Nastrovich,
Here.
Ricks,
Here.
Schultz,
Here.
Yark.
Here.
Approval of minutes for the city council meeting on March 2nd would be in order.
So moved.
Support. It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on those minutes? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion passes. We move on to audience comments on any non-agenda items. Is there anybody here to talk to city council that isn't on the agenda? We will move on. Adoption of agenda, Mr. City Manager, any changes?
I'd like to add item number 6, the Knights of Columbus Tootsie Roll sale.
Okay. City council, any changes?
No.
Being not, a motion to accept the agenda as amended would be in order.
So moved. Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on that? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Motion passes. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. There's no discussion on the motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to items for consideration, which we now have 6. The first one being consideration of adopting resolution number 2015-4, recognition of state champion high school wrestling team. Mr. City Manager.
This resolution recognizes the wrestling team as a source of civic pride in the Richmond community.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 2015-4, resolution recognizing the 2015 state champion Richmond High School wrestling team as a source of civic pride.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Coach, you need me up at the microphone, sir? Hopefully this gets real old. Okay? And on behalf of the city council and all the people of the city of Richmond and our entire school district, I'd like to read this. This is a resolution recognizing the 2015 state champion Richmond High School wrestling team. And it states, whereas Richmond High School wrestling team has won the state of Michigan wrestling team championship for 2015, and whereas the Blue Devil wrestling team has provided a valuable service to Richmond by teaching the youth of our community sportsmanship and competitive will to win, which they've done very, very well. Whereas the wrestling program also produced 11 individual state meet qualifiers and 7 all-state wrestlers. And whereas this victory has brought state recognition to the Richmond School District, City of Richmond, the coaching staff, and members of the wrestling team. Now therefore be it resolved that the Richmond City Council does hereby recognize and congratulate the Richmond High School wrestling team, their coach Brandon Day, for their dedication and diligence to the sport of high school wrestling and for winning the state championship for 2015. And it's signed by all the councilmen.
Thank you very much.
We're extremely proud of the wrestling program we have here in Richmond. So often when people have traveled various places throughout the state, we hear about it. Richmond wrestling. I'd like to say Richmond Girl, basically. I've been chairman for 30 years. It's Richmond wrestling. You guys should be very, very proud to keep that tradition going. And to the seniors, outstanding job. Great leadership from what I hear from the coach. And we just wanted to let you know how much we appreciate this. And one other thing is you will carry this the rest of your life. No matter what, nobody's going to take this away from you. You're a state champion. Don't ever think anybody will ever take that away from you. That's going to take you miles and miles in your life. So congratulations.
Well, I'll just be brief, but, thank you. The kids got their shirts today. The first thing it says on the back of the shirts is community. We were lucky enough to live, and I'm lucky enough to work in a great community that supports the kids. The Times Herald came out with an article I sent to everybody today, and it talked about historic weekends in Richmond. And it talked about our success, but our cheerleading team, our bowling team, and just all the basketball team, all the awesome things that are happening here. And that doesn't happen without a supportive, community in a school district that it puts kids first, and then that's what we have here. And so many awesome kids and awesome families. I could go on and on forever, but we're truly blessed, and we will hopefully be back, next year and the year after that and the year after that. So thank you for everything.
Thanks, you. Does council have any other comments at this time?
I think everything's been said.
Does the audience have any comments at this time? Okay, we'll bring it back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Again, thank you very much for being here tonight. You can leave if you want to.
I think you should stay.
Unless you get extra credit or something.
Yep.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 2, consideration of approving the closure of a portion of Water Street, the annual open house for the Michigan Chrome Shop. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to consider a request from Michigan Chrome Shop to close a portion of Water Street between Main Street and the alley entrance from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, April 25th, and Sunday, April 26th. They're requesting this portion of the street to be closed so they can utilize it for parking motorcycles in conjunction with their annual open house. And I believe the owners are still in attendance.
How we can find them.
Did you want any time on camera at all? Come on up. Come on up and tell. This way you get it out there. Let people know what's going on, Beth.
Well, first I should preface this by saying that in 2003, we ran our first open house under the request from Lawrence Chrome, and we've been doing it since then with your approval, and we appreciate that. This is our 13th year, and it is also our last year. We're, whether we sell or close, Michigan Chrome will be done this year sometime during the year. So we just wanted to say thank you, and it has been wonderful, and we're looking forward to this year being a really good one.
Well,
Thanks.
thank you. Sorry to hear that.
It's, everyone gets older, right?
Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the request from Michigan Chrome Shop Incorporated and authorize the closure of Water Street between Main Street and the alley entrance on Saturday, April 25th and Sunday, April 26th, 2015, from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. in conjunction with their annual open house.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Discussion? Well, we're certainly shocked to hear that. You guys have been a mainstay down there for a number of years, and this is the type of stuff we need in this town.
And it's actually been altogether about 25 years with Andy Kraft and Lawrence and us.
Yeah?
We're still, we've got some things in the works that maybe someone will continue it, but
Yeah.
we just don't.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, we will miss you. We'll still be around. Yeah. Probably coffee every morning at Ken's, right? Yeah, yeah, okay. All right. One of these times buy me breakfast or something. All he ever does is drink coffee. Okay, is there any other audience comments on this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Good luck. Item number 3 is consideration of bid award, ground maintenance. Mr. City Manager?
The City Council is scheduled to award the 2015 ground maintenance contract. Proposals were mailed to 8 companies. Also, it was placed in the Voice, and one additional company came in and picked up a proposal at City Hall. The city received 4 bids, and we are asking council to favorably consider awarding the 2015 grounds maintenance contract to the low bidder, Kevin's Lawn Care and Snow Removal.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to award the 2015 grounds maintenance contract 2015-GM-1 to Kevin's Lawn Care and Snow Removal with expenses charged to the appropriate line items, General Fund, Major Street Fund, Local Street Fund, TIFA Fund, Sanitary Sewer Fund, Water Fund, fiscal year 14-15, fiscal year, I believe that's 14-16 or 15-16?
15-16.
15-16 budgets with the estimated amount of $15,406.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Discussion? Low bidder again.
Low bidder, they have had the contract in the past, not last year, but the year before that. Jim Getzinger and myself did kind of go over some of the locations. I think there were 2 that we removed.
Okay.
So it's a little bit different, but everything else is the same. And like I said, we've used them before on the lawn maintenance, and they were fine.
Okay, very good. Jim, you have anything to say?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't use that
You know, you get paid by the time you spend on it. We'd all be rich if that was true. Any other discussion? Any audience participation on this item? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Item number 4. I'm reading that wrong. Consideration of the confirmation of the appointment of City Treasurer, Finance Director, Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to consider confirming the city manager's appointment of the city treasurer finance director in accordance with section 7.3A of the city charter. In November, the city manager formed a committee to do the search process for the city treasurer finance director. We reviewed all of the applications, held, I think, roughly 6 interviews, brought a couple people back, and our recommendation and my recommendation for the appointment is for Angel Hatfield, who is here tonight, to be appointed as the city treasurer finance director.
I wonder if we should get her on the microphone and see if she
think so.
Yeah,
has
probably.
something to say. Angel, could you step up to the microphone and introduce yourself, please?
I think you're outnumbered.
Hi, I'm Angel Hatfield. I grew up in Richmond, lived here most of my life, but I moved once I was married to New Baltimore, so I still am close by. And I'm very excited to work for the city and look forward to working with you.
Not bad, not bad.
My question, when are you moving back into the city?
Most of my family is still here. My sister and my parents all live here, so I'm here a lot.
Yeah.
I am here a lot. So, and I always come for the good old days, for sure.
That's a good answer.
And lots of
Thank
other
you,
things.
dear.
Don't
Yeah.
suck up to the mayor on that one.
Well, we really do. We really come from the pool.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, is there a motion?
Move to approve and confirm the city manager's appointment of Angel Hatfield to the position of city treasurer, finance director in accordance with section 7.3A of the city charter for an indefinite term to serve at the pleasure of the city manager.
Support.
What's been made and supported? Discussion.
Well, she's got some big shoes to fill.
She certainly does. She certainly does.
Marilyn's been with us, what, you said, 21 years?
Roughly, yep. Yeah.
Um,
And Marilyn is staying on for about a month in the transition. There's quite a few different payrolls coming up, also a lot of quarterly reports, and of course, then also the budget. So,
Good time to come in, right?
Well, yeah. Yeah. As John said, I was lucky enough to serve on the committee. As John said, we had a lot of good candidates, but I think Angel stood out. Karen was on the committee also, and Dawn, and Jamie when before she left for DC. And we actually had her on the phone during the interviews in DC. So, but, I think Angel's going to do a great job. She comes with a lot of background in accounting and in auditing. Worked for our auditor at one time for a couple of years, and some other very prestigious companies. So I'm very happy that we've been able to find a candidate with the background that she has. I think it'll help council also and the city grow into the future. Any other comments? Any audience comments? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion passes. Welcome to Richmond.
Welcome back.
And you can't go yet. Okay, number 5, consideration of scheduling budget workshops for review of the fiscal year 15-16 city budget. Mr. City Manager?
The council schedule the budget workshops. We normally schedule 3 to 4 workshops in April and May. Previously, I had emailed out calendar pages, and all of the council members returned them. I put on your table tonight both the April and May calendar pages. There were 3 dates in April and 2 dates in May that were available for everyone. I would ask, with kind of the transition happening in the Treasury Department, that we use the 2 later dates in April, the 27th and 30th, and the 2 dates in May, the 7th and the 11th, if possible.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Before we have a motion here, if council so wishes, we'll break the rules and talk about this a little bit. Everybody good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. John has said April 27th and 30th, May 7th and 11th. Does that work for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What time will that be good for everybody? What's the earliest that we could go?
I think we've done, what, 5:30 in the past, 5:36?
5:36?
5 to 5:30, 5.
Yeah.
5 to 5:30.
Earlier the
How about
better.
your schedule? I know.
My schedule is really filled up, but I'll have to disappoint some other people, I guess.
Long walks to the fire hall.
Okay.
Parade preparation.
Yeah. 6 o'clock? Is that good, or 5:30?
No, it's good for me.
5:30.
Well, you got practice?
Yeah, I got practice every day. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Good. Is that
Yeah.
good? Do we know if that's good for Councilor Green? And
I know those dates are good. I don't know on times.
We can always change the time. She'll be back the first meeting in April,
Yes.
so we can always change the time
Yeah.
of the start
That
of the meeting.
didn't, I talked to her today, didn't seem to be an
Yeah.
issue. I don't,
Okay. Okay. Then that'll be 5:30 on April 27th, the 30th, May 7th, and May 11th here at City Hall. Is there a motion to that effect?
so moved.
Mike.
Support.
You know, he's been on council for a while. Okay, motion's been made and supported to schedule the budget workshops for April 27th, April 30th, May 7th, May 11th at 5:30 in the afternoon right here at City Hall, which are open meetings to the public. Is there any discussion on the motion? Any comments from the audience? Great, good for you, Angel?
she's excited.
Yeah, I know. She
looks
said
exci-
she was excited.
She looks excited.
Yeah, just wait till she has her first meeting. Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. Okay, we move on to the last item on the amended agenda, which is the Knights of Columbus request for their annual Tootsie Roll sale. Mr. City Manager?
The Knights of Columbus are requesting to conduct their annual Tootsie Roll sale on Friday, March 27th, and Saturday, March 28th. They have filed all the nonprofit paperwork that we required, and that is on file in the clerk's office. We did put our normal disclaimer in there that Friday from 2:30 to 3:30, they not be in the intersection at Main and Division due to school.
Very good. Is there a motion?
I move to approve the request received from Richmond Knights of Columbus to conduct their Tootsie Roll sale at the intersection of Main Division and County Line Road, St. Clair Highway, City Side, on Friday, March 27th, and Saturday, March 28th, from dawn to dusk. That the Knights of Columbus agree not to be in the Main Division intersection on Friday, March 27th, from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. Further, the Knights of Columbus agree that the volunteers will wear reflective vests and utilize orange traffic cones. And further, that the Knights of Columbus agree to sign a liability waiver.
Support?
What's been made and supported. Any discussion on this motion? Hope for good weather for 'em. Any audience comments on this item? Being not, back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to city manager's comments, sir.
This Saturday, a lot of the police officers and communications officers came in. We are pretty much moved into the new side for them. There's still, this week is kind of a transitional week where we're still kind of taking some of the rooms, the evidence room, armory, that sort of stuff is still in transition. But other than that, pretty much everything is over into the new side. Dispatch is at their new location, the new window.
So the reception now would be the new window, John?
Yes, yep,
Okay.
and we have signs showing that.
Showing that,
And
okay.
when you walk in, you can't miss that bright room, actually.
Yeah,
It's pretty,
yeah.
pretty noticeable.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, that is where you would go, is straight back into that lobby. And so we feel that at the end of the week, starting next Monday, they will start work on the City Hall side.
Very good.
So we're looking forward to that. Edison was in town today. I know we had a number of streetlights out. Those were put in by our police department a week ago, and one of Edison's subcontractors was in town replacing streetlights today. I know Jim's crew, the DPW, were out today continuing to fill potholes, and I know they're probably doing that off and on the rest of the week. And that's it.
Very good, very good. We move on to council comments. Michael?
Nothing today.
Were you in the sun by chance, Mike?
I was, yeah.
You weren't in Puerto Rico, were you? Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah, got home last night, so.
Good, good.
82 every day, so
Yeah,
got a little bit of exposure to the sun.
very
so-
good. Nice to have a break.
Comes back to
Yeah.
nice warm weather.
Yeah.
Jeffrey?
Just jealous.
Yeah, I know. That's I'm totally jealous here. Yeah. Dennis?
I'd just like to congratulate our new treasurer, Angel, welcome aboard, and look forward to working with you.
Jim?
Same. And have we heard anything about when they're gonna replace that streetlight on the corner of George and Main?
Yes,
I mean,
they-
it's going on a year.
Yep, they changed how they handle the spare parts. And when we first signed contracts with Edison, we had to go through them to get the spares that are at DPW, and we're out of everything now. And now we have to go, part of the problem was there was miscommunication with our new lighting rep. We have to contact the manufacturer directly, and so we're doing that now to get the actual ones. Once they're in, then they'll come out and install it.
And good weather for the open house. 75, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Right, no rain, no snow, and no 80-mile-an-hour winds,
Well,
right?
they have all this, they have heated grips and heated seats and everything else on these
Yeah, but you
motorcycles.
gotta get to that.
Oh. Mine doesn't.
Hey, you gotta go to New Orleans and drive that slingshot.
Yeah, yeah.
I took one out the other day. Hey, you're crazy, they're fast. It's comfortable. It's got not the transmission, but where it converts from drive shaft to belt drive. It's got a line in that. Just when you're taking off,
Yeah,
it's loud, but that's about it.
yeah. Some of us like loud pipes. Or, just the drive shaft is loud, yeah.
When you get up the cruising speed, you don't hear it from
Yeah, yeah.
it. It was too chilly to go that fast.
Yeah, it is. I'd like to bring up the fact that one of our own, Dennis LaFour, was cited in local papers for his service to the community a number of years ago to keep the wrestling program going. Yourself and I think Mark Pringle
Yeah.
was involved with that. There were some nice articles in the local papers about that, and it's nice to see that the people who have kept things together over the years get recognized, and it was very nice to see that in the paper. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll go to the calendar here, today being March 16th. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody tomorrow. The Historical Society will have their annual tea at Manasi's Banquet Hall, and if you're interested in that, you would want to get hold of the Historical Society itself. On the 25th at 7 o'clock, Tifa will be meeting here in City Hall. And the annual Easter egg scramble at BB Street Park will start at 10:30 a.m. sharp. You want to be there early so you can get in there. That is on Saturday, the 28th, in BB Street Park, 10:30 sharp. And then we get into April already. Good Friday, the City Hall will be closed through and open back up on Monday for the Easter weekend. And city council will meet 2 weeks from tonight on April 6th, and also the entire week of April 3rd through the Easter holiday and through the rest of the week until the 13th. Our students are on spring break, so be careful out there. Hopefully we finally get some good weather and people will be out and about. Was there anything else we needed to add to the calendar this evening? Being not, we move on. There is no closed session. Is there any other business of the city council to be had tonight? Being not, motion to adjourn would be in order.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Support.
Motion been made and supported. There's no discussion on adjournment motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion passes. Thanks for being with us.